folks. How you feel? Good this morning? Oh, boys, I'm pleased to see you.
Whoa, shit!
It's time for Idiocracy Now.
Grow your beard and grow your dope.
Welcome back to Idiocracy
How does this thing work?
Now.
Season 2, bitch!
Season 2, episode 15, I've discovered.
Is it 15?
Yep, it's 15, season 2. It's finally warm outside.
And this is Dustin.
Oh, I'm Carter.
And I'm Chris.
Yep, in case you forgot. We're in the alternate studio today.
Yeah, the other one is occupied.
Yep, it's occupied by loud noises.
Loud noises. What the fuck is that?
What do you got going on here?
I'm looking at...
You doing some shopping while we're doing a podcast?
No, infuriating pictures of... they put holes in the bottom and then they cover them up with labels so you can't see the holes.
That sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, I believe so too.
That seems like fake news.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What isn't fake news now? But what's up, Dustin? How are you? Talk.
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. You know, I'm just
get off probation.
Yeah, that yes.
How's the herbs treating you?
Very, very, very well. It's been quite some time since I've been able to indulge in it.
Yeah, a couple hits will last you like hours if it's been a while.
Oh, hell yeah, and it's fantastic.
I'm normally like that unless I smoke every day. Otherwise, I'm such a lightweight.
I would rather be like this than the amount of money I was spending before I got in trouble.
Shit, yeah, that's no fun at all. I didn't ask you guys yet, but did you guys do the driveway today?
No, we did the driveway about a week or two ago.
I just saw there's like a little miniature bulldozer outside, and there's like instead of a big giant mud pit, there's awesome gravel. It's awesome.
the little bulldozer is for tree removal and stuff.
For ramping.
Yeah, we jump it. It's such a rough ride. I had to ride that motherfucker. It's like a bobcat.
Yeah.
I had to ride that motherfucker all day, and it hurt my back so bad.
It does really good wheelies, though.
Just bouncing around.
Does it really?
Yeah.
It's just so fucking loud, just shaking. But yeah, it would have been good if I had my headphones on.
Can you imagine if you had to operate one of those like every day for 10 years, how fucked up you'd be?
I wouldn't do it.
That's those guys that you see curled over with the walker.
Yeah, I saw a couple yesterday. I went to Speedway, and I was kind of feeling old last week, but I see these two guys that just got out of a lawn care job, and one guy's moving so slow. He's about my age, but you could tell he felt a little older. And then I saw another guy who was moving real slow out of his truck, looked like a farm boy or something.
Yeah, I'm
kind of bent over.
I'm mid-30s, and you don't bounce back. Well, I notice like when I wake up in the morning, it's just like, fuck, ugh, and then I shake it off, and then I'm good to go. And then some mornings you try to shake it off, and it just doesn't shake off.
No,
it's just like
it's glued
fuck.
right to you.
Yep.
Yeah, I worked a couple years in construction, and I felt it all the time.
Yeah, I don't like shoveling. I don't like anything that has to do with like working hard.
Well, I believe the saying is work smart, not hard.
Well, that's I think I've achieved that. And actually, smart people work hard.
I don't know. We worked pretty hard a little bit ago.
Yeah, we did. We dug. You dug. But I dug with my hands. I was digging with my hands.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying.
The water table's so high out here. You dig less than a foot down.
Well, yeah, when it rained that one time, just water just crushed in like over the top, or like it came out of the ground, you said, and flooded the place.
Yeah.
But I think it's good to work hard, but not every day to the point where you're busting your joints up,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can work hard every day, but just fucking power tools. Like, that's why I can't bend my wrists back all the way is from grinding.
My dad's hands hurt him all the time. I see him closing them, clenching them, going, fuck. All right. So, I've been thinking about this clip for a while now. Mental health. Oh shit, this is the wrong one.
Oh,
I'm gonna smoke out of my new bong here.
Yeah, I see it. I think it's fucking awesome.
Yep, nice little gift.
The U.S. birth rate has hit an all-time low, and here's a report.
Fewer babies are being born in the United States. The latest birth statistics, released by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, show birth rates in this country are at a record low. Less than 4 million babies were born in the U.S.
All right, I'm gonna stop. Back it up to that chart.
Record low.
All right, so what what is this?
That'd be fertility rate per 1,000 women.
And then the 70s.
That's in percentage. It looks like.
Yeah, the 70s were at an all-time high. But what?
Damn.
Okay, so
What were they doing?
if you think about it, from you know, everything plays on whether you mate or not. I want to know what was happening between 1970 and 1977.
Sure. Yeah.
What happened then? What the fuck happened then? How come we're not talking about that?
Maybe it was like a cocaine craze and nobody could get it up. Feminism? I'm not sure.
That is a very, very good possibility.
Feminism too? See, I don't know, because I was born right around 81, so around in 81, for sure.
You were right in that second little lull. We're coming back, you know.
And then in the 90s, people started fucking in the 90s.
Wow, that's crazy. I was born in the 1, 2, 3, 4th little peak.
Right here?
Go back one.
This one?
Yeah,
that was you big son of a bitch. I'd be like, this baby counts as a lot of babies.
That could be the third, or the end spike could be my son.
It kind of looks like Colorado.
So it's kind of obvious to me why people why it's low right now, but it is interesting for me to think about.
Okay, if you think that the birth rate, if you know that the birth rate is at an all-time low, you can probably look at what the reasoning for that is. If you look at what's at an all-time high,
Sure, that's
prescription drugs, obesity,
well, a lot
dumb bitches are at an all-time high due to social media.
This graph starts at the 70s, and what was right before the 70s? The 60s, you know, full of love, peace. And
yeah. Well, condoms and sex ed started being a thing more probably in the 70s.
So we're more talking about
Worried about STDs.
the huge spike in fertility rather than the drop off. Maybe we're evening out.
Well, no, I think he hit the nail on the head with the whole cocaine craze, because it's kind of funny that
cocaine and condoms.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Like right before then, it was just a bunch of hippies who walked around naked and was like, "Hey, let's," and then boom, tons of people are born. And then the 70s come along and people are like, "I'm gonna do a bunch of fucking cocaine," and oh fuck, my dick don't work.
Oh god damn this coke cock.
And now we're having a drop off, and then
that's what it is. Cocaine, people. And now people can't fuck because they're on drugs.
Yep.
There's too many fucking powerful pharmaceutical drugs.
Molly.
Especially if you're doing opiates and stuff. You're not
and all
banging
time
out very often.
dumb people are at an all time.
You're nodding out very often, but banging out, no, that's not even an option.
Baby, I'm not coming tonight. I'd rather eat.
Yeah. And you should this movie's pretty cool.
When are you going to sleep? I need to jerk off.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll shoot it at you.
Don't worry, I'll shoot it on the bed right where I don't want you to cross.
That'll be our little line in the sand. It'd be cool if you ate that. That would be hot.
I'm trying to think of like all the heroin addicts they knew, whether or not they would actually say that or not. I'm like, well, maybe. They're into some weird shit.
Heroin addicts don't say much. Besides,
I was ready to say.
this. Like,
all right, let's see what the rest of this report is about.
Less than 4 million babies were born in the U.S. last year, the smallest number in 30 years. Nursing professor Lisa Hansen says there are a number of reasons for this, including an increase in population in urban areas versus rural areas.
Families that live in more cities and suburbs probably don't feel the need for larger families as they did in the past.
The findings are based on a study of birth certificates filed in 2017. Birth rates are not only going down in their teens, but also women in their 20s and 30s, reflecting shifting attitudes about motherhood among millennials.
They're taking more time to get their careers off and started. They're slower to buy homes, get married than generations previous.
Researchers say the decline could also be because of changes in the immigrant population, who generate nearly a quarter of the babies born in the U.S. each year. What did go up is the rate at which women in their 40s are having babies, but it's only a small increase. More advanced fertility techniques are helping older women get pregnant, but scientist Amanda Clark says many people are still struggling to conceive.
Infertility certainly is increasing in the world population, and this is measured through births and deaths. And so we know definitely that the fertility rate of the human population is going down worldwide.
Economists worry falling birth rates will translate to smaller future workforces. The new government report also finds the current generation is getting further away from having enough children to replace itself.
Damn you, Pornhub!
Okay, is it just me or is the British English accent's pretty fucking sexy? Like, she was
They're in everything nowadays.
She was a homely woman, but she looked that much better.
Yeah, but if I
just
had to
because
listen
she
to
had-
that all fucking day long, I'd be like, shut up. I'd start talking back to her like, shut up, you stupid bitch. God, you're so fucking annoying. Speak American.
American.
Speak American. That's it, bitch. We're watching Pauly Shore movies all weekend, and you're practicing. What's this weekend? Practice, bitch. Say it with me. Practice.
I think part of the answer was in this
practice.
clip. It was the guy that was making pizzas or something for somebody, and he's like, the typical
Yeah.
I don't know, and beta male's not exactly the right word, but the low T,
Low
maybe
testosterone.
24-year-old guy that's not making babies. You can just tell when you look at him. Is that even a dude?
That's a girl.
No, that's
Okay.
a girl.
Okay, never mind.
That's a girl.
The fella,
But she's not having any kids.
No, but yeah, because the fella at the end of the counter. Just
That's a
got
girl
shut
too.
down. What?
Honey. Yeah, look at the blonde hair.
Guys can have blonde hair too.
Yeah, guys can have tits now. So these two fucking dykes that want to be boys are definitely not gonna fucking. I don't know.
Fuck.
Just
Now I want to
have
look
no
further
idea.
into this video to find out if that really is a chick or not.
A
See,
chicken?
that right there explains a lot, though.
Is that
You
a
know what I'm
chicken?
saying?
Is that
You-
a chicken knot?
If you can't tell, then I don't know.
I don't want.
Yeah, that raises a whole.
Hey, person. Hey, how you doing, person?
Did you just not assume my gender?
Yeah, no, I didn't. What's going on?
Pal.
No, that's too guyish.
Pal. I'm gonna start using pals more.
Hey,
lost.
pal. Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
What-
Howdy, pal. All right.
Yeah, I'd put my foot in my mouth if I was stuck in a situation like that.
If you couldn't tell what they
Actually, just recently,
what's the
something
worst?
like that did happen to me. I called and checked on a part, and I could have sworn the person talking to me on the other line was a dude. And I said, "Thank you, sir." And the lady on the other line goes, "You're welcome, ma'am." And like,
Was it a Cat's Auto Parts?
No, it was that you pull and pay.
Okay. Because
But-
Cat's Auto Parts is run by some pretty
That
tough
just sounds like a
chicks.
place you go to jerk off at.
Cat's Auto.
No, you pull and pay.
Oh.
So, yeah.
It could
All right.
be. It
Right
could
here. No, just give him the money and be like, right here.
be.
So I'm gonna pull out my Mack truck, if you know what I mean. Hey, you want to see my Peterbilt?
It's like a brothel, but you have to do it yourself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they call it like well, it's like a grocery store now. Like you have to do all the work yourself.
That's how you save the money. You don't have to spend so much.
I want
You
some
just have a-
mustard. I got to go to French's and fucking fill a bottle and then take it up and package it.
There's probably a
Paint
kiosk.
French's on the top of it. Jesus Christ. I hate it. I hate it. What's worse is when you encounter a transgender person and you can't tell whether they're a boy going to a girl or a girl going to a boy, and I wonder if they're trying to achieve that. Like
Perhaps. Who are they trying to model themselves after?
like the lesbian.
Because
gay.
in a way, you're modeling yourself. So like you're creating a new look or whatever.
Either way, my head hurts. And
I mean,
I don't understand.
there's really only one question left, and that's: are you post or pre?
See, I wouldn't know how to. I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah.
You still got your dick?
Have they flipped your
Well, your
willy
name's
inside out
Tyler.
yet? Are your tits real or is that just socks?
Yo,
What are we doing here?
straight up, buddy. Cut your dick off, and I'll call you whatever you want. If you're willing to go that far, I'll call you whatever you want. But until then, I'm not playing like, shit like that. My sister used to like to play make believe and call me Cinderella. I'm like, bitch, wash the floor. And then I'll call you Cinderella. So do the deed, and then I won't call you Steve. Okay?
Right. You want me to call you Candy? Fuck that. Cut your dick off. or
Cut
it's
your dick
Chad.
off. Yeah. You fucking. Now playtime's over. All right. So speaking of a bunch of people being over pharmaceuticated, I wonder why a bunch of kids are going crazy.
We've heard from concerned parents and educators of a growing need for counseling and other
Hot dogs.
mental health programming supports. And we're listening. Today I'm proud to announce that we have a new $5 million grant that will be delivered through Alberta Health Services to increase school-based mental health programming. It will boost the reach of these specified community-based supports from 65,000 students today to more than 100,000 students in kindergarten through grade 12. And we've seen the need to create new programs, particularly in rural and remote communities as well.
Why? So speaking of fat chicks,
Who wants to mate with that? And she wants to do weird stuff to your kids.
I mean,
yeah.
I feel like we're looking at the exact reason why the decline in births is going on right now. Like,
I also think this is about.
no, I mean, think about it. Look right over her left shoulder is
fatty who's gonna
something weird.
She's one of the people from Deuce Bigelow Male Gigolo. She's one of the girls from the.
I'm pretty sure the one on the right is Eileen Warnos' sister.
I don't know who that is, but
Me
that's a
neither.
great reference.
She is the
Is it somebody
the first
local?
no the first female.
You're speaking to
serial
a
killer.
wide audience. Oh, okay.
First female serial killer. So I mean, it's the bangs though, really. That kinda,
I think this is about gun control and getting kids on the board as mentally challenged as an early age. Get them
It has
documented.
a lot to do with guns, at least with
Yeah.
shootings, and it's an excuse to
Yeah,
Well,
especially
now-
in rural areas where all the shooters are.
Well, places that
The
do
deer
have guns.
hunters.
That's possible.
The don't take our gunners.
I don't know. It depends. There's a lot of different kinds of rural places, but there's a lot of drug addicts in rural places too. And
I'm just saying, with this bitch, every day is a cheat day. Go.
We also know existing programs could be expanded to meet the needs of school population in a better way, including Indigenous students, newcomers, and LGBTQ plus students.
Indians, immigrants, and gays.
it's pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
So far, except for inner city.
What about
black,
the
black youth?
whites and blacks?
If you're in the inner city, you're probably already getting prescribed stuff. Who knows? But
Yeah.
And for these students, some of whom are at risk of leaving school or whose mental health is causing a very serious challenge, your government has your back. All students should feel safe, included, and welcome within these walls. My mom had
Your government. our government has your back.
And the pharmaceutical companies also have your back. Don't worry, everybody. We're just gonna
We'll
gonna
keep
be
you
all
good.
right.
We'll keep you good and doped up, so that way you don't shoot other people.
Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's going to be just fine. Just tell us everything about your life. What does your dad talk about with his buddies? Just sit down and talk to us. Tell us what your mom chats about with her friends on the phone. You know, what's going on in your life? Who hits you? Did anybody ever do anything to make you sad? I bet this process comes with interviews.
Oh yeah, lots.
each
Definitely, exactly. I remember they were talking about this when I was like in high school or just gotten out. They were talking about doing this more, and I think it was Bush that passed some shit that was like no child doesn't get brainwashed behind or whatever. I don't know. But
make sure they get their dose.
Yeah, you get an interview. You get a chance to get prescribed some pills. They probably indoctrinate you some other way.
And they probably give you full credit for the day for not being in class too, because you went.
Yeah, you did your annual checkup, your mental.
You did
checkup.
your mental checkup, so we know we're not going to get shot by you. So here's your
right.
Your A for the day.
And you know that's one of the questions. Do you have any guns in the house?
Yes, it is.
Do you ever think about shooting people, or you know?
I'm thinking about shooting you.
I'd like to see the quiz that they're gonna hand out with these or whatever. You know, if they do start up they already have these kind of programs, but if they start up this larger one, then
if it's a multiple
I'd like to
choice,
see. I bet there's part of it that is.
Have you ever felt so sad you wanted to A, shoot your mom, B, shoot your dad, C?
Do you guys ever remember getting surveys at the high school where they would ask you if there's gangs in your high school, if you've ever used these different kinds of drugs, how many times? All these self-incriminating questions.
Well, actually, there might have been something like that in school, but like you said, self-incriminating, we probably just handed that one in with a fake name on it.
Yeah, I totally lied to make it sound worse. I was like, there's some gangs for sure.
Oh yeah,
and
rough ones.
Lots of crack too, even though there's no crack.
I'm in one.
I was talking about the cracks in the sidewalk. Oh,
yeah, lots of crack. Oh, lots of crack. Mushrooms everywhere. Sometimes we put them on dinner.
Right? Oh my God!
Even my little brother hates them.
We just tell him to pick them off.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I did that, except just to be like, "Fuck you! Stop asking me these questions. I'm gonna give you the wrong answer."
This video kind of freaks me out.
I want to hear what else I have to say.
Okay. Passed away the summer before my first year of high school, and it was because of my relationship with Lynn that I was aware of the resources offered by STAR. I built supportive relationships with my peers and my mentors, and I learned techniques to deal with my anxiety. And in a situation where my anxiety became too much to handle myself, my success coach was only one call or text away. I am now 18 years old. I am a graduate of high school. I'm finished my first year of university. And I now know I suffer from OCD. And because of STAR, I now know techniques to handle it in everyday situations. And I continue to participate in the conversation to end the stigma around mental health.
That bitch is going to shoot somebody.
But no,
I can see it in her eyes.
Now she's finished 1 year of college.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty smart now.
Wow, she's a success.
She's a successful, I want to fucking kill you.
Uh-huh.
So did you know OCD, not to get off topic right away again, but I just wanted to say before I forget that OCD is now a qualifying ailment for medical marijuana in Michigan.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
They just approved 10 more different random ones.
I'm pretty sure I can get OCD real quick.
Right now we're looking up what is OCD.
I guarantee that girl was on medication as she was talking, very calmly and programmed like. But it reminds me of like the program they have in Scotland, I think it is, where you get each child gets assigned a social care worker when he's born that will be with you for the rest of your life, whether or not you want one or not, whether or not you have family issues or whatever.
Oh, so it's like a golem.
It's like everybody gets, oh, here's your government success coach or whatever she called it.
Yeah. It's almost
Seems
like
odd.
it's almost like they walked her into a Walgreens and just started throwing, randoms in her mouth and they're like, "You say what we want you to say."
Yeah, I don't know. She probably had a couple speech classes too. She seemed like a pretty good speaker.
I feel like a lot of people overuse. I have OCD. I'm really concerned about my door being locked.
Oh my god! I always wipe my ass every time I poop.
Oh
That's
my
why I have
God,
OCD.
really OCD. I'm so OCD about wiping.
Yeah, I think about this one thing all the time. I'm trying to sleep,
Yeah.
but I can't. I just keep thinking about it over
I
and
like.
over.
I'm really OCD about music. I love it.
I have OCD. I jerk off every night before I go to bed.
And then I have to get up and have a glass of water every night.
Because I get thirsty.
Really OCD. Yeah, I always
I have exes who were diagnosed with it, and yeah, it was. She didn't really have.
What
that.
if every time you bust a nut, you have to hear a certain song afterwards? Is that just eccentric, or is that OCD?
No, that's OCD, bro.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's OCD. Yeah.
Obsessive compulsive disorder. So it's like you have to do something.
I put the
otherwise
cum in obsessive compulsive
disorder.
There's a list of probably like 8 different things that they check, and if you qualify for 3 out of the 8 or 4 out of the 8, then
I'm really
you have
OCD
it.
about coming after my penis gets touched by a girl.
Very.
I'm really obsessive. Compulsive!
Almost to the point where I'll ask a stranger if they want to risk me.
Yeah, and then afterwards, and all the fear is washed over me.
Would you,
Insanity trickles down on my face.
excuse me, miss, would you like to
You need a
touch my
ride?
dick?
Are you gonna go? Okay. That's
Want to sit next to me in my truck and rest me off?
Will you watch me while I do it? How much for a Harvey Weinstein? I want to come in your house plan.
All right, I just pulled up the obsessive compulsive screening quiz.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's maybe too long. Let's see
Ooh.
here.
Hit me with one. Give me something. Nobody ever asks me questions. I love being asked questions. Somebody interview me.
Have you been bothered by unpleasant thoughts or images that repeatedly enter your mind, such as concerns of contamination, such as AIDS, images or death of horrible events, fire, burglary,
Yes.
or flooding the house?
Yes, of course. I have thoughts of that. It's like a preemptive.
Have you been bothered by these unpleasant thoughts?
Well, yeah, they're bothersome thoughts, and that's why they
Repeatedly?
work, as preventative measures for stuff. But that's just a normal part of human life.
Here's
I
one
figure
that
everybody
seems
should go
healthy. Examining your body for signs of illness.
through. Yeah. That's actually recommended by all doctors.
It's okay to go ahead and squeeze on your testicles. Just tell me if there's any lumps.
Did-
It's as long as you feel really good about it. While
Do
you're
you
doing it, you're
hesitate
fine.
Do you hesitate to touch a snot-covered door handle? If so, you might be kind of OCD. No, I'm really OCD about my door handles. I only touch clean ones. I don't like door handles with snot dripping off of them.
I have to touch a dirty door handle 16
Ask me
times
another
before I
question.
can open
This
the
is
door.
exhilarating.
Well, I have to include the first part. Have you been bothered by unpleasant thoughts or images that repeatedly enter your mind, such as losing something valuable? Here's the excessive ritualized washing, cleaning, or grooming. This isn't the official one. This is just
No,
a quiz. to
That
get your-
one's not I am not an excessive washer, cleaner, or groomer. Well, I like to clean around me, but it's only to keep up. And then it's not really, I'm not pulling out the fucking fridge to sweep behind it.
I feel like they're hiding the actual DSM-5. I think it might be DSM-6 manual. Just because if everybody could get their hands on it, they'd just take their own quiz maybe and not pay for counseling.
Be self-diagnosed. Oh my god.
I always touch the door handle 17 times before I leave, but now I get medical marijuana, so I just
I forget that I was
well,
supposed to
now
touch
I
it.
never leave, so it's fucking not a problem.
That's better than giving yourself cancer for medical marijuana. Just act strange.
That's going pretty far. That's taking it to the next step.
Are we talking about South Park?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. was
Medical fried chicken.
yeah, sticks his balls in the microwave.
Oh, that sounds,
All right.
sounds pretty
This next is man threatens to call ICE on Spanish-speaking workers. So we got a white guy, which fits the narrative. of white people being racist. But he's a lawyer, so he's educated, which I find that. Because if he's a lawyer and he's educated, well, I can actually...
I know exactly what happened here. He's a lawyer and he's agitated. He called his guy to get some more cocaine, and he was dry, and he didn't know where else to get it. So now he's all like, I got to go this whole night without cocaine.
He's having a rough mood swing because he's been can't get his Adderall.
Everybody knows that if you're a lawyer or a stockbroker, you do large amounts of cocaine.
That does explain this video.
First of all, this motherfucker is out of order. All right, because I go to the corner store all the time, and I can't understand those motherfuckers.
Sure.
They go, let me tell you a story about gold from my mother. I was like, yeah, that's what I don't know. I don't know what you just said.
See, if I walk into a place and there's people speaking a different language, I hope that they, like, one of them says something funny, and then when they bust out in the laughter, I can be like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah, we're talking the same thing.
Yeah, that was good.
I just say thanks. That's about it at that store, and in general, I don't have to talk to him.
When I worked,
like $5.
I worked at a car wash, and there was these. The people. All right. 9 times out of 10, if you went over the rails, you were a foreigner, either Asian.
What do you mean over the rails?
Okay, so your tire goes into a fixed rail, so you can't go anywhere. But they'll turn
to get onto the track. Yeah,
they'll turn and get out of it. So I actually learned in Spanish, no manos, which means no hands. Take your hands off the wheel. No manos, because it was so prevalent. Every other person, just fine. And then all of a sudden you see lights flashing and cars jumping the rails. And then all of a sudden I had to go up there and go, no manos, and they just look at you like, I don't know what to do.
Even if you say no manos?
No manos!
Maybe you're saying it wrong.
I'm saying it really white. No manos. But yeah, it's a fucking problem.
I pretty much only learned swear words.
But
like pinche? No,
Yeah.
pinche's fuck. Like
Yeah.
if you see a Spanish dude and he cracks his thumb with a hammer and he's like, pinches,
Pinche
motherfucker.
I remember my friend Jorge. We used to buy pounds off him in high school. He used to work at a local deli, and we just straight up asked him.
Jorge's not his real name.
Jorge was his fucking real name.
No.
His name was Jorge.
Jorge was just the name on the shirt, Chris. He was a sandwich maker who wore a shirt with Jorge on it.
He's like, hey, Jorge.
But Jorge, he looked Mexican, and when we were younger, he was definitely Mexican. His name was Jorge. We just straight up asked him, "Yo, can you get weed?" And he goes, "Yeah. What do you need?" And all of a sudden, we had this great adult weed hookup when we were in high school. And we used to drive Jorge out to his cousin's house, and fucking he'd leave in a fucking little Meyer bag with a fucking cheap pound of mid grades. And it was fucking, life was good. And Jorge could always do this fucking parlor trick where he'd take a lit cigarette or cigar and fucking take it and hold it like this and be like, what? You can't do that? See? No, see? No, nothing. And then it's real. See? Nothing. You wanna hold it to the
Were you very impressed?
Very, very impressed.
I'm fucking impressed, and you didn't even really hold it between your fingers.
Yeah. So he could do that, and I was always wondering how he did it. And I finally was thinking about Jorge one night. I Googled it, and it was always when, I don't remember, but we were always around drinks. And I think what the magician says, you just like hold an ice cube like under the table and then dry off your hands and then do it.
Because it gives you that extra time of like thawing out your
But
finger.
I tried that shit. That shit don't work.
I was gonna guess it was just wet or something.
Yeah, no.
No, because he take that. See?
Yeah, nothing.
It's real.
Yeah, I used to
Could be a trick to it, but he could just have huge calluses, you know.
Did
gross.
you hear an aerosol? Did you hear an aerosol can? Because if you turn an aerosol can upside down and like, spray the really cold, wet stuff that comes out at the end of the aerosol can, and
Freeze your finger.
It was just a trick he
froze
could
his
do,
finger.
man.
Wow.
Jorge was cool as fuck.
Sounds like a real badass.
I know there's a guy out there who's got the nunchuck arm because he broke his arm in half.
That's
like,
disgusting.
Yeah.
Is it always like that, or just when he wants to pop it?
No, it's like he broke it in half right there, like mid bicep. So it's like.
It's gonna make me puke thinking about it. Body deformities.
So can you use it? Like,
Oh yeah, dude! Like he's bending his arm and shit, and it's all like, like looks like a pig's tail winding up. You know,
Oh, that's disgusting.
it's
that sounds
fucking
amazing.
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
All right, man threatens to call ICE on Spanish-speaking workers. I call it ICE. A New York City lawyer is being forced to explain for his racist rant.
Did he feel like they were talking about him?
This motherfucker had too much Adderall. He's not even hungry anyway. I think this is set up. Who does this? Honey, I'm calling ICE. Hispanics make up 29% of New York's population. Twitter users who watched the video identified the man as Midtown attorney Aaron Schlossberg. Within hours, critics flooded his personal web pages with low ratings, angered comments, and Spanish theme control. Pinche lawyer. Extra points to whoever changes the Google info for Aaron Schlossberg's to Spanish restaurant. Commenters also pointed out Schlossberg's website states that he is fluent in Spanish. Ha ha!
Huffington Post.
So, well, that makes sense. So,
Okay.
like, it's something, he looked kind of Spanish himself, even though he had a fucking Jewish name.
You're saying it was faked?
So are you saying that they were talking shit about him?
I'm saying
he
it
understood?
could have been fake.
That was out of context. They didn't show what happened right before, so we don't really know. But some
What
could have
did
been
the
making
Spanish
fun of-
lady say?
They could have been, ha ha ha, pinche little.
Pinche verga. That's fucking little dick.
You got to speak into your mic.
I thought I could hear it.
Pinche, well, I know, but don't make me explain it.
Oh,
Speaking to your pinche big dick.
That's Mas verga.
I'm gonna turn it up a little bit so you can back off just a little bit more if you want. But
Speaking of immigrants, this is what Trump has to say.
Hang on, I wanted to
wait.
say one more thing about that last clip.
Yeah.
To me, it seemed like it could have been acted, but at the same time, like it almost reminded me of those like actual Nazi Party dudes that were at that Spencer thing.
Yeah.
Where like I think those people might exist, but it seemed like it was not acting like a normal dude whatsoever.
No, that's why I said that motherfucker's on too much Adderall.
Could be.
And then another thing about it. Well, if he's fluent in
Or
Spanish,
coke even.
if he's fluent in Spanish and his mother or somebody in his family or one of his ancestors is from there, it could be like a source of pride to him that he's here and he is assimilated, you know?
Maybe, or he just really doesn't like that side of his family, and I don't know. Can't get in his head, but that's a possibility.
Yeah,
He didn't look super white.
He looked dark complected with super dark hair.
Yeah.
And he had Latino eyes. And he had hips like Enrique Iglesias.
Like a gazelle.
And a cock like Ricky Martin.
Oh.
Hey, well,
Lovely.
one of our episodes we described E.T.'s dick. Jesus' dick.
We didn't do E.T.
We didn't do E.T.'s dick. I said it was probably like white, like a black person's finger that had been like killed and been soaking in water for like 72 hours.
I don't remember
Like,
that one at all.
Yeah, like that's what E.T.'s dick looks like.
Have you
Like
seen
a dead black finger.
Have you seen a dead black?
No. Well, yes. The first 48. And
okay.
it probably glows red at the end.
Oh,
And when you touch it, he goes, ouch.
That's how he finds his way home.
Yeah, he follows it. It's like an angler dick. Like an anglerfish, but different. E.T. E.T. Your dick looks like an anglerfish antenna. That's how I would roast E.T. Hey, let's roast E.T. real
That's
quick.
to lure your mom.
E.T., why your eyes so big to see your little dick?
Man, you look just like a stuffed animal.
E.T., what are they gonna do? Make a movie about you because you're so fucking ugly? You look like oh, I want to say it so bad. You look like a black alien. Why you?
Oh my god.
You little Reese's eating motherfucker. You want some Kool-Aid with those Reese's?
Does look a little bit like an Ethiopian child.
Well, you notice how
I
they
could agree that's where the inspiration came from.
Well, you notice how they gave him brown skin but blue eyes.
No, I don't remember it. That thing
Does
scared the
E.T.
shit
have
out of me
blue
when I was a
eyes?
kid.
Well, no, I thought they made up for it by casting Drew Barrymore with him.
That gave me nightmares for real. It was like the first time I was like scared
E.T.
to go to bed.
I was more scared of E.T. than I was of the movie It.
I was probably, I don't know, I was a really young kid.
E.T. has some blue ass eyes. Oh
Yes.
my god.
Did you just Siri that question? Or no, you're just saying.
It was worth a Google. Yeah, so I think they couldn't make E.T. brown-eyed because then it would be too racist.
No, they had a white-haired little blonde girl in there.
You know, like
Pretty
how
much get away with anything at that point.
What if they're like, we want a black E.T. We want a brown-eyed E.T.
Have it. Somebody write it for him. I'm not gonna do it. I mean,
Someone could go in there and just change the color on it.
I'm trying to think of.
We want our own Batman.
Re-release it.
We're going black man.
Wait, so you mean you want a guy like Shaft?
Man, some of those movies were sweet.
And your Robin is like the little gay guy from what's that gay show? What's a gay
Dude,
show?
there's a lot of gay shows now.
Right? Like,
Grayson.
Oh, Will and Grace.
Will and Grace.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, he'll be the sidekick. Shaft. You want me to help you change?
Can I help you with your socks?
Ooh, what does this go on?
There was one of those movies that I used to watch, and I can't think of the name, but it was just a black dude with pimp clothes, and he'd run around fly kicking people, and they're just fighting crime, just
Pootie Tang?
busting people's ass all the time.
Was it Pootie Tang?
No, it wasn't
it the
that.
Ladies Man?
It was kind of like the Ladies Man, but the dude is way more badass.
Great movie, by the way.
Way more badass.
Hey, baby, can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Yes, caller. Go ahead. Yes, ladies, man. I have a small penis. Yes, I don't have that problem, but I can understand. Now, just how small your penis is? Well, it's 4 inches. Hang up on him. I thought you were gonna say something like it's only like 9 or 10 inches long. I don't even know what that is. Are you a baby? How did you call me? Did you ask your mother if you could use his phone? Next caller, please. I love the Ladies Man.
Oh yeah, a friend of mine liked him so much his grandma made him a sweatshirt that had embroidered the Ladies Man on it. Except she spelled it wrong, and it was the Laddies Man.
Nice.
Hey, pass the Cavassier, please.
Back when SNL was funny.
Oh,
That was
Tim Meadows.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so great.
It was back before.
I thought you were gonna
Saturday
say your
Night
dick
Live
was
started
like
copying Mad TV.
Mad TV. They were fucking putting out some good shit.
Yeah, but they had their own style, and then Saturday Night Live was starting to fall off, so they started to copy their style a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the way they did their skits, like he was saying. Probably pre-2002 Saturday Night Live, all the way until it started, is like the ultimate Saturday Night Live.
Sounds about right.
For the past, 15 plus years, I feel like it's...
This last year, I even took a note on this one because I was watching it, and then I realized, holy shit, this is a rerun from like 8 months ago, and I couldn't tell because they were bashing on Trump about something, and it was like the exact same, and I didn't even realize it was a rerun because they were doing all the political shit even, and it was the exact same.
Right.
And then, anyway, yeah, it's been fairly lousy.
It's been shit since Norm Macdonald left.
I liked Andy Samberg.
I don't know. I feel like
I absolutely hate that man. I hate him. I hate all his movies. I hate his face.
the only
He did
thing
one
he did
good
funny
thing.
Was the cock in the box.
No, I hate that one too.
Are you
the
serious?
Only, okay,
That was his big hit. Yeah.
He had one thing funny to me, and it just caught me off guard. And it was like one of his songs. It's like, so me and my girlfriend, we were at a marketplace in New York, and then her phone rang, and she handed me a phone and said, "Here, it's your dad." I said, "My dad's not a phone. What do you think? I'm stupid?" So I took that shit and threw it on the ground. And I was like, yo, that's hilarious. My dad's not a phone. What do you think? I'm stupid?
I can't believe you have one of those memories where you can remember shit line for line. I
Just
cannot
the
do that.
stupidest shit. I don't know anything
That's
about
pretty good.
science.
I thought his
Random
movie Hot Rod was
skit.
pretty funny.
I didn't see
You
it.
know, oh man, it's got good shit in it.
All right, I want to talk about this Childish Gambino, who I'm a
Scariest
big
music
fan.
video.
Since he was Donald Glover, I'm a big fan of talented fucking people. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on.
So he was an actor then. I was right about that, right?
He was a writer for 30 Rock.
Yep.
He's a stand-up comedian,
Yeah, I knew that.
and he can rap his ass off.
Really?
And now with this video, he's now extra controversial, and people are going to be looking for meaning in his next songs, and he's going to be fucking plagued by this. Yeah, I don't know if
Is he the next Kanye?
I don't know if he knows what he's got himself into or if he wants it. But what I know is a lot of people have been overreacting and trying to figure out like what's going on in his head and what's the meaning behind the video. And I think just it's a big overreaction. And I'm gonna play this bitch and I'm gonna talk over her in the places where I disagree. And then I'm gonna bring up something that she doesn't bring up.
This is America.
Childish Gambino's This Is America has become an overnight cultural phenomenon, and it's definitely the kind of video you have to watch more than once. Throughout the piece, Gambino plays the complex role of America herself, from violence to the use of entertainment as a distraction. He's playing both the caricature and the ringleader. The internet was quick to pick up tons of hidden messages that were scattered throughout the video. Here's some that you might have missed.
The first scene opens up on a black man walking up to a guitar in an empty warehouse. He looks a lot like Trayvon Martin's father, but contrary to popular belief, it's actually LA artist Calvin II.
Which might not have no
Gambino
relation
comes
at all.
into view wearing pants and shoes that Twitter users have linked to old Confederate uniforms. He's also wearing two small gold
Gray
chains,
woolen
a double
suit
entendre
pants.
for physical bondage, and obsession with consumerism.
That's stupid
He
too.
dances
Or
with
he's just wearing two
exaggerated movements
necklaces.
and facial expressions.
Or wearing gray
He moves
pants.
closer to the seated man, who no longer has his guitar and has a bag covering his head.
Which is a really melodic, and then it turns to a rap
The song's
song,
first
which I
bridge
think he's just
talks about how
emphasizing
entertainment
contrast,
media is serving as a distraction from bigger issues at hand.
which is really not.
A song about money.
No, I believe it's.
The girl here represents America, and the frame here
I think he's talking to black people. We just want the money, party all the time. We just always dancing. Just everything's a party, and they're not really woke.
represents real-life injustices that are happening. Shaking the frame distorts and blurs what's really going on. Dear White People creator Justin Simeon was quick to point out on Twitter that the movements and expressions Gambino does seem to be modeled after Jim Crow. This caricature was commonly used at
That's a little far-fetched
It's
too.
not even the same position.
Not even the same position at all.
as a reference in minstrel shows in the 18 and 1900s, where white actors would perform in blackface and act out black stereotypes.
Listen here, you won't let me speak. Don't
Now this is just put in there to piss people off. Fucking white people.
Many also noted that aside from dances from viral videos, one specific dance they're doing is the Gwara Gwara, which originated in South Africa. This could be a possible nod to similarities.
This
between
could be a
racism in
possible.
America
That's just
and
too
South
far away.
Africa's apartheid. On the flip side, Some have interpreted the dancing as a method of survival.
We should have seen
The
a
dancers are
comparison
dancing
with that
Gambino.
dance move. Like, we should have seen the original where they say it's coming from. And then him doing it. Because there's only so many moves the human body can make. You know what I mean? To where eventually you're going to come up with something
the Guar
similar.
Guar is like a popular song right now. Like Trevor
It
listens
could be
to it
like
all the
half
time.
of Africa listens to it on their radio too. You know,
Yeah.
It's
But
the Macarena or something.
But when you have a music video, you have a choreographer that tells you what to dance like.
Which is funny you say that, the Macarena, because there's that wobble,
no, I
wobble,
wanna
wobble,
dance.
wobble song.
Yeah.
And that dance looks fucking just like the Macarena, except you're not putting your hands inside your head.
It's different. All right, let's keep going.
Who's playing America, and they're never injured. Many on Twitter have cited that America has a tendency to applaud for Black culture while turning their backs to the issues we face. Whether the dancing is used to numb the pain, gain social media followers, or simply survive, his movements are a literal and figurative distraction from the chaos in the background. The hooded man riding the white horse seen here is a biblical symbol for the apocalypse.
I'll give him that.
Yeah. Wow,
The
this is
only
blatant.
elements of the video that shock you out of Gambino's trance-like
Gambino's
movements
black.
is the shootings.
And so is the whole
At face
choir.
value, the
Gambino's
murders
black,
are nods to modern-day American
and so is
gun
that black
violence.
man.
The second verse is preluded with a happy choir.
Is he
who's
talking
gunned
about
down by
black on
Gambino.
black violence?
It's impossible
Could he
not
be
to
saying
draw
that?
parallels
If
with
it's
the
2
Charles
chains,
Singer
it's a
shooting,
double
which
entendre
is
for
found to be
fucking
racially motivated.
bondage? Why can't that be
But
black
a
on black
slightly
violence?
less noticeable symbol was the care in which the guns were handled.
And also, black people don't snitch.
3:30
Mm-hmm.
might help me later.
So, yeah, black people don't snitch, and it's black on black violence. I've seen a lot of black on black violence in this.
After each shooting.
Yeah.
The guns were wrapped in red cloth with care. Many online have inferred that this represents how Red America values guns over human lives.
Or you got to wipe your fucking
While
fingerprints
all
off
this
of
violence
them.
is taking place in the warehouse,
And you're a crip.
which looks eerily similar to a prison. Gambino says,
This is Sally.
this could have a double meaning. One, how cell phones are being used as tools to document this brutality. Or two, celly could mean cell block, a commonly used tool to unjustly keep blacks in a
Or the
cycle of
celly is a
incarceration.
tool that's used by social media to fucking dumb you fucking down and, what's that word?
The
Pacify
final scenes
you.
of the video show Gambino and SZA surrounded by old, stagnant American cars, still inside the closed-off warehouse. Twitter was quick to point out that this scene represents lack of progression and forward movement.
Or
The
badass
video ends with
Cadillacs.
Gambino
Yeah.
running like hell,
Or it
doing
represents when
everything
America
in
was
his power
great.
to escape. It's as if he
And things were
snapped out
built
of
better.
America's spell and is doing everything he can to find a way out. Are there any other hidden messages we might have missed? Let us know in the comments below.
I think we missed black on black violence.
Who made this thing? Like, what is it?
Insider.
Just Insider.
Yeah. And I think Gambino like refuses to explain his like meaning, which is great. It's genius. Just leave it open for interpretation.
Yeah, some people do art that way supposedly, where they're like, I don't really know what it means. It
Yeah.
means whatever you want it to mean.
Yeah.
And like
whatever it means to you is that's what it is.
Which was the typical response among like late 80s, early 90s punk bands because they were so
I think it
fucked
helps
up all the time.
if you're not like a great artist too. Just throw a bunch of random shit together and make it
Right.
look cool. But I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but
I mean, I
know I've
never
done
heard
that.
any of the song. I heard somebody criticize the whole thing.
No, it's a great song.
do all of his songs have like kind of like an ambiguous message or whatever?
No, not really. But he is a good rapper. I mean, he can say stuff that you have to think about.
He would. I think it was the Emmys or whatever where he performed and like everybody got shot. I think you might have missed it, but I think he performed and like there was all these people standing on stage and then like a gunshot would go off and someone would drop and there's just like a bunch of murder stuff. And
Yeah.
I thought it was
Also,
about white and blacks.
I think he's making fun of what people like. I mean, this is clearly like just audibly. If you listen to this song versus all his other songs, this is like really, really stupid rap. It's a really simple rap. This whole thing. I mean, it's repetitive. It's slow. It's a little bit here. It's a little bit there. You know, it's not rapid fire
So like
words in succession. It's just like there's only like 3 sentences in his verse, and he just says it like this, and he says it like this, and it's his other songs. It's just like rapid fire rapping, and it's just like really talented stuff. And this is just
this is probably the radio banger.
This is, yeah.
Those producers might have like been like, "This is what you're gonna do."
This is the Juicy of Biggie.
This is dumb. Yeah, this is dumbing it down. Dumbing it down. This is because the Migos are really popular. You know, the fucking Migos.
Not up to date.
Cookie.
I don't listen to this kind of music.
Cookie.
I was about to buy a Biggie album actually.
I listen to old rap like Craig Mack, Biggie.
So some came on the radio and I like turned it up and I was like, man, I gotta get this.
Right.
Do you hear Yanni or Laurel?
Oh my God.
So, Dustin brought this to our attention. It's number 1 on trending. Do you hear Yanni or Laurel? And I think it all depends on the equipment that you hear it on, how old you are, if you can hear high-pitched noises or not. I don't think there's any like mysterious trick behind it. There's science behind it.
I
just
am
don't
old.
know it yet. Well, if you hear Laurel, then you're old. If you hear Yanni, then you're young. I hear Yanni.
Are you
Do
serious?
you hear Yanni?
Yanni. Yanni.
Or Laurel?
Yanni. Yanni.
Which one do you hear?
Me?
Yeah.
Laurel.
You hear Laurel just off
Yeah.
of this? That's interesting. Because I hear Yanni. Huh.
I'm going to slow it down.
I thought this was bullshit till you just said that.
I'm going to slow it down.
Swear to Christ, they're saying
I'm going to slow
Laurel.
it down to 50%.
This is what it sounds like.
Do you hear Yanni?
Laurel.
Yanni.
Laurel.
Or Laurel?
Yanni. Yanni.
A recent Twitter poll.
Laurel.
That's wow. Huh. Now I'm impressed. Yeah, it has something to do with the pitches, I would imagine. Pitches that you can't hear.
Like, that's exactly what that's Laurel. So you guys are not hearing that.
I think you're just being the devil's advocate.
Me?
Yep.
Dude.
Do you think...
How about switch headphones and then see?
No. What I think it is I sort of know it because you're not freaking
Laurel.
You're not freaking out that I'm not hearing Laurel, and I'm freaking out.
Yeah, because you're older than me.
We're both hearing Yanni, and you're hearing Laurel.
Laurel. That's exactly what it sounds like.
Here, let's do a test. Listen to it with your headphones off.
Do you hear Yanni?
Yanni.
Laurel.
Yanni.
Laurel.
Or Laurel?
Yanni.
Laurel.
Yanni.
A recent Twitter poll found that 47% of people hear Yanni, while 53%
That's a neat trick,
hear
whoever
Laurel.
invented that
Clearly,
shit.
this has created an internet argument that is dividing the nation. So, what is the science behind the madness? One of the first aspects is priming. If you were to play this clip without providing the option of Yanni or Laurel, you may have heard neither of these words, but by reading them, you're primed to hear one or the other. Secondly, when you speak, you are producing sound waves, which propagate through the air. This is a visual depiction of the sound waves of the original Yanni/Laurel recording, created by Brad Story, a professor of speech, language, and hearing. Here is the depiction of him saying Laurel. You can see that the acoustic features are very similar. Here is a depiction of him saying Yanni. The acoustic features are also similar. So the words Yanni and Laurel audibly are more similar than you might think. Whether you're listening on a laptop, phone, or headphones will influence what you hear based on sound quality.
So
But
if
what
I
you
put
are
on your
listening through
headset,
the
I would hear
same
something
device,
different,
but
probably.
you hear different things with someone next to you? It might have to do with the age of your ears. The sounds in Yanni play at a higher frequency than the sounds in Laurel. As we age, our ears are less able to hear higher frequencies. So if you are hearing Yanny, you might have younger ears. Luckily, with the help of the internet, we can hear both. Brilliant Twitter user at XXV posted audio of the pitch brought both down and up. When you listen to it brought down 30%, you will hear Yanny.
Yanny. Yanny.
But when you listen to it with the pitch brought up 30%, you will likely hear Laurel.
Laurel. Laurel.
Your brain has
fucking
so much
Yanny,
stimulus
man.
at all times that it uses
Second one was
existing
Yanny
information
still?
and
Yeah.
precise
Wow, not for
neurological
me.
pathways
Really?
to focus
You heard
attention.
Laurel?
This is
No,
why it
for
allows
real?
you
Swear to God,
can
the
listen
second
to your
time.
friend beside
When
you,
they boosted
but
the
pop your
pitch, yeah.
attention into another convo if need be. Similarly, your brain is unconsciously choosing which frequencies in the recording to pay attention to. So, what is the final answer? If you heard Laurel, you are correct. The original recording is saying Laurel, but with higher frequencies overlaid, creating ambiguity.
Love learning about amazing and interesting things in the world? We actually just started a brand new podcast called Side Note, where we
Yanny.
explore the things that are stumping us or making...
Yo, fuck that shit. That shit's wrong as fuck.
So you heard Yanny the whole time?
Yes, Yanny.
I heard Laurel at the end when they raised
I
the
can't
pitch.
hear Laurel.
I heard Yanny and Laurel, but I only heard Yanny at the end when they lowered it 30%.
Wow, that's interesting, man.
And it was like
Everybody's different, I guess.
Yummy. See,
Yanny.
Yummy.
Yanny.
But when you listen to it with the pitch brought up 30%, you will likely hear Laurel.
Laurel.
Shut up.
Your brain
No.
has so much stimulus.
That's Yanny.
Laurel. That is amazing.
I don't understand how your ears hear it differently.
Well, maybe it's how I can read the top HTTPS //
Yeah,
www.
fucking bald eagle?
So I can see and hear better.
Yeah,
God, that'd be
That's what I wonder, if your hearing's better or worse.
They say when you hear Yanny, you have younger ears.
No, they said the original one
Well,
was
I know
Laurel.
some deaf motherfuckers at 5 years old, so don't matter if you got younger ears, it matter if you got better ears.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That's
though.
an interesting question for kids. If right now is when you can hear the best in your whole entire life, why can't you hear me when I say, get off the fucking couch?
Because they're watching TV. You can't hear
And
shit.
they look at you and go, Laurel.
Laurel. See, but at the end, ultimately, though, they said that, you know, the people who heard Laurel are correct. So
Yeah. But that was the original recording.
I feel
I
like,
don't know what that means.
I just feel like because I heard Laurel and y'all didn't, then maybe my ears are better.
All right. How old are your ears? Here's a hearing test.
Oh, shit.
This is great. Like, when, okay, here we go.
As we grow older, we often lose the extreme ends of our hearing spectrum. So, how many of the following sounds can you hear? How old are your ears?
Definitely hear that.
If you can hear 8,000 hertz, you're both alive and not hearing impaired. But let's keep raising the
That's
frequency.
awesome.
Can still hear
I
it.
can hear it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I can
terrible.
Hear it. Sounds like a TV.
Yeah.
I can't hear that one.
Nope.
Can't hear that one either.
I can hear like Dustin breathing and like.
Can you hear anything?
I can only.
How high could you hear? If you could hear all of those frequencies, you're probably under 20 years old, but that won't last forever. Unlike other organs such as the liver or skin, the inner ear does not have the capacity to regenerate. In your ear, there are thousands of tiny nerve cells called hair cells. These are responsible for picking up different frequencies and sending the signal to the brain where it's processed. But as you age, the continual exposure to noise and loud sounds can break, bend, and destroy these cells. So why do the high frequencies go first? It turns out that the hairs tuned to high pitches are the first to encounter sound waves. As a result, they experience more stress and tend to degenerate earlier. Which is why the older you are, the harder it is to hear high pitches.
Say what? I actually put a ringtone on my phone that only kids supposedly can hear, and I was asking my mom, my dad if they could hear it, like, text me, and they'd be like, Like, can you hear that? I'm like, no.
The microphone doesn't pick that up because it's like super high pitched stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool. It's like we have a Christmas bell, or my little daughter was ringing this Christmas bell, and my grandpa couldn't hear it at all. It was like clear as day. I was like, nope, can't hear it.
I feel like, man, I should go hunting now. I feel like I'd be able to see good. I can see good, and I feel like I'd be able to hear a critter and see it.
Yeah, and you got your senses.
The worst thing about being out hunting, and you think you hear a deer walking in, but it's just a fucking squirrel.
You're like,
oh, it sounds just like, yeah. You're like, oh shit, one's coming in. Look back, squirrel looks at you.
You'd have to give up smoking blunts all day if you wanted to be a real good hunter.
No, actually, I've heard a lot of feedback that it doesn't bother them.
Okay.
No,
I was bullshitting. I don't know.
A lot of my
much about
cousins
hunting.
used to come and get the moose before they go hunting because I swear to God, the deer love it.
There's a skunk around here.
The deer love it. Well, if there's skunks around there, then it's already proven that there's no humans around there.
I would not want to hang around where a skunk has farted.
Might be safe to eat.
What, the skunk?
Skunk farts.
No. Oh, the lesbians are back.
So I started a new hobby.
What's that?
Or I guess I did start it. I ordered a bunch of like award-winning giant size corn, like world record size sunflower genetics. Did the whole pumpkin watermelon thing, but I don't really know how to grow a watermelon or pumpkin, but I'm gonna try. I just want to win a bunch of blue ribbons at Eagle Days.
Yeah.
Even though they're like fucking worthless, but it's almost cooler.
I think you're gonna have to go up against Corey too, because Corey's got some like 1,000-pound pumpkin seeds.
Well, I'm glad there's some competition because a lot of times there's like nobody there. Like you could just walk up with a normal beat and be like, "Want my blue ribbon?"
Right. Walk with a can of corn.
And they go, beat it.
Look, this is Del Monte. Give me my ribbon.
Yeah. I got some expensive cabbage seeds.
These are Carter's Just Beat It beats. If your name was Andre, these are beats by Dre. I'm a farmer. These are carrots by Dre. Corn by Dre. Oh, and have you seen my beats?
Have you seen my beats?
Yes, I thought, Carla, you surprised me when you said your dick was only 4 inches long. I thought you were going to say something normal, like it was only like 11 or 10 inches long. I mean, that's small to me because if I wanted my penis to be 4 inches long, I'd have to cut it in half, fold it in half, and then I'd have to staple it to my, I just can't even imagine it. I'm sorry. I love that. I'm going to have to, that's something I got to use.
Man, with that memory, you should go to law school.
I just made all that up.
Oh, okay. Well, you should be a lawyer.
Well,
it sounds like you knows what he's
sounds like
talking
you
about.
need to be a lawyer on a
lawyer.
movie.
Yes. First, I thought you said a lawyer on a sitcom. I was like, have you seen my penis? I belong on the big screen. You can only view this masculine penis with its own ribcage on a high def.
Oh my God.
5K.
Instantly had the fucking thought in my head of Dreamcatcher, the little fucking alien things that shoot out of their ass.
Yes, they can't catch my dreams. Do you know what I'm saying? I would obliterate them with my dreams.
Are they like electronic
Especially when I'm
aliens?
dreaming about white women?
No, they're like memory aliens.
Never seen it.
Oh, it's so badass.
I had sex with an alien bitch one time.
Oh, I have seen that. Yeah.
It's got like the friends that go up to the cabin. And
Yep. They like trip out or see an alien or something.
yeah, the shit pops out of their butt and yeah,
that's might be worth.
I think
rewatch.
I came to when you said shit pops out of their butt.
Little aliens.
But I'm sure you were referring to like stuff as in things, not shit as in poop.
No, I'm definitely referring as like living alien organisms. And trust me, they were not happy about them coming out.
Alien orgasms?
Did they end up all like being dead or something?
Speaking of alien orgasms.
Yeah, like
I do have a memory.
the aliens are trying to like
E.T.'s
infect
penis.
like the whole world, so they're trying to get in the water supply. And it's like
I'm extra stoned.
I'm here with you. No, but
Speaking of-
it's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's got some terrible acting in it, but then again, it's got Morgan Freeman in it, so it's got some really good acting in it. You know what I mean?
Have we ever played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on here?
I don't think so.
I'm afraid I don't know that game, Chris.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a voice-over come from God. Jesus himself. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I've been meaning to ask, what's behind us right now?
What do you want to be behind us?
Somewhere the Ninja Turtles would be, like in a sewer or
Can we get
dark,
the turtles?
We can
dark
get a
New
sewer.
York alley.
Yeah.
In fact,
so what is this turtle game you want to play here?
What is this racist turtle game? Is racist against ninjas or Japanese people?
no, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Can't spell right. With voiceover from like really rugged.
Oh, okay.
African American gentleman?
Yeah, and it's like
awesome.
What are you gonna do, Raphael? Show you a little snickerdick, a little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This will definitely get a copyright something.
Oh my god.
Episode what?
Episode 11 was that? Or no, 111.
You heard it here first, guys. Let's go to commercial. Bruh, tell me you didn't fuck this bitch and you didn't tell the homies. Is it true? Man, that bitch is lying. Come on, bro. I know you fucked her because you got that I fucked her face. Look at Shut the fuck up. I better shut up. Get my shit. I don't believe that bitch. She done told the whole city, cuz.
Well, did you at least take her out?
Leonardo, don't start with that Sable whole shit.
Tell me you didn't disrespect her.
You want to get fucked up? Yeah. You got some weed?
That purple?
All right. Let's go.
Donatello's got that purple.
Go to the gas station first. Come on, bro. How you gonna keep this job? You gonna have all type of turtle babies running around this motherfucker, man.
Bro, fuck turtle babies. This bitch done told everybody in the city, my nigga. When she come home, I'm stabbing her ass.
You use a condom? I know you wrapped it up, right?
Condom? What the fuck is that?
Condom is something that your ass should have put on your half shell, nigga. You fucking up, man. Splinter ain't taught you shit.
Nigga! Nigga, Splinter ain't get no pussy. Nigga, he found us in the sewer.
Alright,
Nigga,
let's
what you talking about?
take that down.
There's
I want to watch the whole movie now.
There's 54 minutes of it. He's talking about fucking April. He's like, and then Splinter walks in. He goes, "What are you gonna do, Raphael? Show that little snickerdick, that little Halloween snickerdick." Like,
Is that a word?
yeah, that little miniature snickerdick that you got. Huh?
I'm
Nigga.
blown away.
I fucking love it. Yeah, and it gets way better. Like, and I'm really sad that Carter's like, "All right, enough. Hey, no more fun. There's too many N-words." But it's,
Well,
I love it.
Not only that.
Well, I think we're doing the black community a service because obviously some black people made this.
Well, this is yeah. Obviously,
If not,
and
there's
it's
some white
fucking
motherfuckers that
hilarious.
dead on accents.
Is that an accent that they got, or is it just a?
It's the accent. Well,
like
you can have,
everybody's got
the
an
Alaskan bush people with their goofy little accents they got.
You have a southern accent. You have an urban accent. You have a rural accent. Yeah, of course. Get your. Well, yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Well, I know what I'm doing later, and that's watching.
But the mannerisms,
Teenage Mutant Ninja
the
Turtles.
mannerisms are right there. It's
I
like,
don't think I will be.
She told.
I will finish
Everybody.
watching that episode.
I stabbed that bitch.
If they put a lot of thought into it, that'd be cool.
We went camping one time, and I brought this shit up, and we all watched it. It was like me and like 17 people behind me on my phone, and we're watching.
They're like, "Fuck camping." They're watching the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, this is amazing." It was like
so high.
It was like the third day, and like we were just starved for
Oh,
entertainment. You know, we needed a movie night, and this is what it was.
I've been trying to watch the new Avengers, but I'm not gonna pay.
The funny thing is, we were in the middle of a campsite, and we were playing it on a loud Bluetooth speaker that was sitting on top of my truck.
So many people have heard.
Yeah, and then after that, we started playing animal noises, and like people crunching in the brush. There's everything. You can find anything on YouTube. Then we just YouTube sex noises. And we played that really loud, like wet sex noise. Oh, fuck me. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God.
Back in my camping days, we had to make those noises ourselves.
Right?
You know, you have to like put some effort into it and stomp around and make sex noises or whale noises or.
So after we played that as loud as we could, the park rangers came by, and they seen us having a good time, and they turned out to be great. And then some other neighbors came by, and they turned out to be awesome. And then we partied with the park rangers, got them high, gave them some weed, and yeah, we were kings of the court that weekend. It was great.
Kings of the court.
It was an all weekend mud bog extravaganza. I'm going again this year.
Did you enter the Dodge?
No.
We got some mud boggers outside.
Well, that was quite fitting.
It was. Should we shut this down? We're at, I don't know if soon anyway.
Cool. I hope you enjoyed the show. This is season 2 of Idiocracy Now.
Yep.
That's been Dustin. This has been Carter. And I'm Chris. We'll see you next time.
Yep. See ya. Nigga turds.
You gotta play it.
Hey, baby, can I buy you a fish sandwich?